Welcome to the first iLab for BIAM 500, Managerial Applications of Business Analytics 1. You are looking at an overview of the 8 weeks in this course. Let's take a look at the iLab in week 1. Every week, the structure of the iLab will be very similar. There will be a series of videos starting with an introduction. You are currently watching this video, 1.0. Then followed by the ones providing a tutorial of the materials for that week. For this week, the tutorial materials are in videos 1.1 through 1.4. Watch these videos first, then it will be your turn to perform. For this week, video 1.5 will contain some additional materials along with your assignment. You will be expected to use the tutorials as your guide in order to complete the assignment. Looking at this week's introduction, Excel is used in each of the iLabs in this course, and is the most widely used tool in business intelligence. It's a great tool that you can use to quickly examine a tabular set of data. In fact, it can handle a table of over 1 million rows and 16,000 columns. You're only going to need the standard implementation of Excel for this lab. In the future, we will be using some additional add-ins. If you happen to be using Excel on your local machine for these labs, we will notify you when those add-ins are required and provide a video of their implementation. Note that the Excel 2010 instance, the first step is importing, cleaning, and converting the data. You're going to find that in most business intelligence applications, this step can take as much time as the actual analysis itself. Identifying outside data sources to supplement your internal ones is often an important part of any BI analysis. We have provided a number of available data sources in the bibliography. Check it out and browse the sites to get an understanding of what's out there. We will use the import wizard of Excel to load a CSV file into an Excel worksheet. CSV stands for comma separated values. It simply means a common file structure that uses commas to separate the values in the observations. After loading the data, we will need to spend some time cleaning it, and we'll use Excel's tools to spell check, identify missing observations and outliers, as well as find duplicate entries. Finally, you will often find that the data set given to you does not contain all of the variables needed, or the ones that are there require some modification. We will look at some examples of how you might remedy the situation. Generating new columns as a combination of other columns, converting a continuous variable into a categorical one, and generating a new categorical variable from a combination of columns as well. Excel has a very powerful set of capabilities that allow us to analyze a table. We will define a conditional formatting using color to identify intervals in a given column. We will also examine sorting and filtering capabilities. Inserting subtotals in a large table and collapsing the underlying details will allow us to generate a more informative chart. At the end of each of these activities, we will provide a brief analysis and interpretation of what we have found in a new worksheet. You will be doing the same when it is your turn. One of the most powerful tools in Excel is a pivot table. Unfortunately, it is also among the least used as well. Pivot tables are a great tool to summarize tabular data. You can slice and dice a very large table almost instantly. This allows us to interact with the data on a real-time basis. Again, we will provide a summary of our results. Excel's powerful what-if analysis tools allow us to change the values of different variables or assumptions and then examine the impact they have on a related outcome. We will start by looking at the impact of changing only one variable, then two variables, and then multiple variables using scenarios. This concludes the tutorial portion of the iLab, and now it is your turn. After watching the tutorial videos, using what you have learned, you will perform a similar set of analyses. Remember, be sure and provide a description of your results for each step. Now let's get started with importing, cleaning, and converting the data.